Hey guys, what is up here? It is your boy Cool Titanium 68 back at it again with a new video, and today we are talking about Automotive Wednesdays. Hallelujah. So today we're not going to be doing Toaster Wednesdays just because the whole amusement industry is just out of whack and I can't find much content. So welcome to Automotive Wednesdays. Today we're going to be talking about some of the different large road construction projects. It's kind of boring, but I think it's kind of cool to talk about some of the different stuff going on. Let's get into it. Before we start this inaugural video, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon down below because there will be more videos. I have a feeling this is going to be decently fine. This new video series topic is going to be called road construction. It's very simple. There's not any fancy name that I've got for American airport expansions or airports post-COVID. I mean, those are not even that fancy either, but they're still simple. Today, we're going to be talking about some different road construction projects going on, or that have been going on, that are currently going on. Right now, we're going to be focusing more on the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, since I know what's going on here. I can pretty much explain what's going on. And today, we're going to be talking about Interstate 35 East in Dallas. So to get some context as to where this is, in Dallas and Fort Worth, it splits off between 35 East and 35 West. The north part where it splits off is in Denton, Texas, which is like, well, it's in Denton County, but this is, if you know where University of North Texas is, it's right there. The southern split is in Hillsboro, Texas, which is like an hour drive south of Interstate 20, which is the southernmost interstate that borders Dallas. East side goes straight into downtown Dallas. The west side goes into, so the section of road we're going to be talking about is between Interstate 635 in Dallas and then US Highway 38, which is right about where 35 East and West meet. That stretch of road is considered to be Texas' top 100 congested highways as of right now. Back in the 90s, they had done a study showing that they kind of need to expand that part of the highway because traffic is starting to get worse and they need to fix it. Studies like that, it doesn't take a month or two to do it. It takes about 10 years because there's about like 7 or 8 different studies that they have to do before they can officially say, all right, let's start designing and let's start constructing this. Because you can design, but then you also have to think, what can we do that'll impact people the least? There's another project that I do want to talk about that is also very controversial just because they're having to reroute an entire highway and the neighbors are like, we don't want this. But that's a different video. We'll talk about that one later. Right now, Interstate 35, so that construction thing has been planned into 2 phases. The whole thing totaling to about, the first phase was about $4.8 billion and that started right around 2013. So what they did there is they added express lanes from 635 all the way up to Denton, where 35 East and West meet. Now, the really sad thing is that it doesn't connect to the express lanes.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
I'm back here. I made a mistake as I was recording the video. Let me get the thing for this. This is currently the express lanes. It goes over the highway. It goes into 35, and then this is also the express lanes going on, and then this is the express lanes coming off right here. This stuff meets over at 635. So this right here, this is the 35 express lanes. I did not realize this. So this splits off. You can either take it to the frontage road or you can take it to on the 35 express lanes. If you want to try and get onto express lanes from there, you can just take the 35 express lanes back from here and then onto here. That's kind of like what it looks like. I did not see this. I did not realize that there is a bridge that goes over 35 right here. Because I've not gone down this road a lot of times, so my bad. Back to the video. So what they did north of 635 was they decided to add what's called the 35 express lanes, which is a 2-lane managed toll road. 1 lane going each way on the middle of Interstate 35. And then they've got 3 lanes going either way. They wanted to do this because they needed to somehow pay for all this stuff, because the Texas Department of Transportation is not very well funded, and with all of these like roads, especially in like Dallas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, that are really starting to age, they don't have enough money to where they can just be like, oh yeah, we'll do this in like 10 years. Now you gotta wait like 20, 30 years because you don't have the money for it. And half the money that was actually brought into phase 1 was actually from San Rayburn Tollway. So all the funds they got from that, and because about a year or two before they did that, they also added entrance and exit ramps onto the north side of 121. Because I don't know why, the weird thing about the 35 in State Highway 121 interchange was you could take an exit ramp from 121 either east or westbound on going to southbound 35, but you couldn't take an exit ramp and go into northbound 35. And it's the same thing with southbound 35 onto 121. You exit the highway, get on the service road to get to 121. And again, same thing happened with going on to northbound 35. A couple years before that, they added that, but if you were to enter from 121 onto northbound 35, you got tolled, which is the main reason why they were able to pay for that whole thing. Because not only did they manage toll road, but between George Bush and 121, they also added 3 lanes on either side that would also manage the people who wanted to get onto 121, or people like joining from 121 that were either wanting to get onto George Bush or just onto 35, and then people coming from George Bush who wanted to get onto 121 or 35, or people from 35 wanting to get onto State Highway 121. So they did that. They also widened the roads on 35 from George Bush northward to 4 lanes, because that was mainly encompassed in Denton County. So Denton County was able to pay for all that stuff themselves, which is what's going to bring me to phase 2. With this second phase, which is going to be somewhere close to, I think it's almost like now it's probably around like $708 million. What they're going to do is they're now going to widen the stretch between 635 and George Bush to 4 lanes each way. So it's going to be an 8-lane highway, and then they're going to have a continuous frontage road. If you don't live in Texas, a continuous frontage road is a 2 to 3 lane highway right next to the highway where businesses can put shop on and you can directly just get onto the highway. It's ingenious thinking, but also it has a major flaw. You also get people that will decide, oh, I don't want to wait at the light, I'll just skip and go over. For some on toll roads, they do have to pay $1 to $2, which is also what Dallas North Tollway is. And that will also be another video, because we're going to go over the full extent of what Dallas North Tollway is going to be. Because right now they're on their 5th phase of extension, which is going to be from 380 northward. And also another toll road is George Bush, which again, we'll talk about that because there's still one more phase that they have to create. There's a lot of infrastructure projects that go on within the Dallas-Fort Worth area that have been studied and they're planning on doing. It's just right now they don't have the money, but they really want to try and get the Interstate 35 completed, because once you get past 635, traffic's absolutely awful. Which is also why I'm going to discuss the Horseshoe Project, which that took care of little U-shaped part of road. It's probably like about like a quarter-mile row of highway that encompassed Interstate 35, 30, and 45, and how all that would be managed. That was probably one of the biggest projects that they've had in a long time. Unlike some of like the future projects that'll be coming up, like the whole Dallas-Fort Worth outer loop, which that'll be a couple more videos. Back on the topic. So 35, what this plans on doing is they're going to add an additional lane either way, and then they're going to build up more frontage roads so that between George Bush and 635, there'll be something where you can exit off of instead of having to wait to take like this exit. To wrap up this video, again, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys really like this video series, because I think it's pretty cool that I can talk about something like this, because I'm one of those people that I get bored, so I go look up road construction projects because I'm curious what the heck happens. I really like to just sit here and just talk about it. I'll probably do it every Wednesday, unless if I can think of some other thing that I can do every other week. on top of this road construction series. As I said before, make sure you guys like and subscribe down below so you don't miss any future videos. And to make sure you don't miss those videos, hit that bell icon. I'm really hoping that this stuff goes well. Peace.